All right, join us for more of our all-day coverage tonight at 6 o'clock when WAT meteorologist Matt Hinken looks at the different kinds of flooding and what to do when it happens. Again, that's tonight at 6.
All right, good info there. And new here at 4, you know, it can be so terrifying to see a child have a seizure. You need to seek medical attention, of course, if that happens. But the good news is, I've just learned this, most seizures are not medical emergencies. Sitting next to me now with more from Children's Hospital is Dr. Heather Radu. It's always good to see you.
Thank you.
Busy day for you.
It has been.
All right, let's talk about seizures. What happens when you see a child have one?
Well, what happens is your brain gives you an abnormal impulse. So we have electricity going through our brain, and that electricity kind of shoots off in an incorrect way that causes the body to do things like the stiffening, the convulsing that you see.
That is so scary to see.
It's absolutely terrifying.
Oh my goodness, what causes this?
There are different causes. One of the number one things that we see is going to be fever. So we call those febrile seizures, where a child will have a fever and their body's response to that fever is to have a seizure.
Okay. Other causes we need to be aware of. I mean, I think about epilepsy.
So that is one of those that we don't really know a reason for, but some kids will just have what we call epilepsy.
Okay, okay. What do we need to do, and what do we need not do, do's and don'ts when it comes to seizures? Because I know there are some old wives' tales that we need to stay away from.
There absolutely are, and that is a great question that you asked. So the number one thing is keeping them safe. So make sure they're in an area where they're not going to hurt themselves. Their body is out of control. You don't want to grab onto them, you don't want to hold onto them, but you want to keep them safe.
Okay.
Number two, turn them on their side. It is not unusual for these kids to throw up when they're having a seizure. You don't want them to choke on that. So get them where they're safe, turn them on their side. Now, one of those old wives' tales that you talked about is going to be putting something in the mouth. You don't want them to swallow your tongue or all those things that you hear
bite
about.
Your finger.
Exactly.
Yes.
So do not put anything in the mouth, not a stick, not your finger, nothing else.
Okay. No spoon,
no
nothing
spoon,
like that.
no,
Okay.
Exactly.
I mean, you see that and you know you've got to get to the doctor. But
Absolutely.
what are some of the earliest signs that tell us, you know, we need to get on it and go?
So one of the big things is if that seizure is lasting more than 5 minutes. So if that is going on, and it's going to seem like for 30 seconds is going to seem like 20 minutes, but when it is, but 5 minutes, if it's going on that time, you need to seek emergent care. So call 911, make sure you have somebody there. Now, if they're not acting like themselves as they're waking up, if they had a seizure, sometimes they'll have seizures at just one part of the body. So it may just be a twitching arm, something abnormal in the face, and again, we need to see those more urgently.
All right, thank you so much.
Absolutely, thanks
Cleared
for
up
having
a lot
me.
for us. We appreciate it. All right, thank you again.